Nelson somewhere has footage of me, him, and Gershon skating here.
Doing this gap?
Yeah, you might have been there that day. Like you can, that section that goes in, you could land there.
Yeah.
Before they put those barriers up.
I managed to do the long section. It battled it for hours. Ended up being in my boxers by the time I pulled it. Middle of summer.
But Eric was always like, "I'll go from the top
down here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
know.
dude, no way.
Somebody said that it happened. I never saw it happen or footage of it, but someone had said that it had gone down. And it's like, if that person still has their knees.
Hey, look at
That was a good slam.
The crazy part is like these were all loading docks too when I first came to Spikes on both sides.
I remember when there were goats over here.
Yeah. But like it came out, like obviously you can see where the loading docks
It
were.
used to be right here.
But then there was like that big set of
too.
stairs right there.
Oh yeah, I hurt myself on that thing several times.
Because it was only like a 10 or 11, but it was so
like
steep.
super straight.
Yeah.
Fly out into the street over the handrail and just smash yourself.
In junior high, my parents had decided to open a record store, Spike and Jody. Spike had worked at a record store that was on Broadway. It was owned by the same owner as the Record Exchange, but he decided to go out on his own. They had made the decision to open a store. I decided I was ready for a real skateboard because I had bought an old used one from another classmate. They took me on my birthday to go try to buy a pro deck, and we went to Mountain Maui, which was up on Vista, and I loved it. I was just thrilled. It was heaven to me. And my parents, Jody and Spike, they were mostly blown away with how much a skateboard could cost, and they were amazed that it was that popular, and they'd seen a lot of kids skating and knew I was really into it. And the space we found was in the 8th Street Marketplace, which is Bodo now. I think it's 413 South 8th Street. I think it opened in '86. So for our grand opening, we decided to have an art contest. Kind of served two purposes. One, they wanted to have a bunch of art for promotional stuff and logos. And I think they had even talked to, maybe some artist about trying to get logos made, and I don't think they were very thrilled with anything and kind of wanted it to have a little more of a local vibe. So yeah, we put out all these flyers. The grand opening was officially a few months after we opened for the art contest, and they contacted Pusshead and asked him if he would come up to be our judge, and he agreed. We got art from hundreds of kids, mostly local kids, some older, and some professional artists. I think we had a few official judges, but then like there could be the popular vote I think that's how that worked. Like Cliff Green was first place, I think Eric got second, and Dan got third. We like the winner's podium, because I think that's the order of who won. So we had a little ramp, like a competition ramp that had a rail on it, and it was like a quarter pipe with a PVC rail. And anyway, we'd take it out, and our skate team, I should have talked more about those guys. They were really instrumental in promoting a lot of this stuff. My mom was probably more active with the skaters than Spike was, and she organized most of the contests and things. We did a cleanup Chud day. I think Jeff Tulloch, we borrowed his truck, and the skate team did probably most of the work, but they went out and just swept up the nails and picked up the broken boards at Chud, and we gave away lots of stickers and gave away boards. I think they made a ramp that I think our skate team built the ramp and just left it at the Chud, so kind of like a Chud contribution. Our skate team was good at being, I'm sure most skate teams are this way too, but they were good at being very kind of like ambassadors of skating.
Then I got into punk rock, and skateboarding had been around, of course, in Boise, but you know, it introduced me to like a lot of skateboarders that were into the punk rock scene as well. Brian Pusshead Schroeder, he got connections to Thrasher Mag. When they were changing the design of Lucky Peak, he discovered that they were putting in these full pipes, and they had a stack. So we skated these huge full pipes. I think they were like 22 feet tall. They were gigantic. They seemed even bigger.